and a sense of responsibility that, look, I am responsible to solve this problem, will then trigger this search. If you don't feel responsible, agitation will not convert into search. Agitation will not convert into search. It converts into search when you feel responsible. And that responsibility is of our own making. You are responsible to yourself. She did it for herself. Did it for herself. We have to go all the distance to learn it, that's a different matter. But now that we learn it, will we change our kitchens? That is a question left to us. Will we put a shelf where we can keep the leftover vegetables, we can dry them and cook them afterwards when we want them, isn't it? Simple thing to do, not a great difficulty. But this often does not happen. So I will stop here. And what I would like you to think about is, tomorrow I would like to share, when it comes to institutions which generate responsibility, I am saying it is an institutional issue. It is not a technological issue. It is an institutional issue. What kind of institutions we create which make people feel responsible for the problems which bother them? Forget about social problems. That is the question we should discuss the answer to. Please let me know what kind of institutions we create which will make us. You did this word game on food, for example. Why did you do that? Why did you do that? It is not your problem, or it is your problem. Huh? It was your problem. But then a lot of people face that problem. He has designed a board game which teaches children to eat healthy. Now I'm asking him, why did he design this game? So let us see if it gives us clue before we close. So why, a lot of people face problem in Ahmedabad. You are not the only one. Then what happened?
See, the problem was actually making right choices in daily life. Though we had healthy food also and junk food also, so it was difficult for us to make that choice on a daily basis. So
that is difficult for a lot of people.
Right.
So what happened with you different?
Wanted to change.
We wanted to bring that change.
Why?
Among the students.
Sir, you should have chosen the healthy food and gone ahead with the life. Problem was to find healthy food. So you knew what healthy food is. Eat it and be forget about it. What problem?
There is this philosopher, a peace activist in Japan, Dr. Daisaku Ikeda. He said that a change in a single individual will bring about a change in the society and further change in the nation and further change in the humankind. So it was actually inspired from that one person who wrote that from way, a remote country, and that actually triggered that a change in me can actually bring that change in anyone and everyone around me. So that was the idea.
And then we got down to designing this game.
We started with research. We wanted to understand what exactly is the situation like in schools for children. What are their habits? So it took like 6 months to understand the scenario, the whole scenario. And finally, the solution was one of the outcomes of the research.
Okay. Well, it's interesting. I mean, he's a design student, so he found a project to do that. You could have chosen any other problem also, isn't it? And you would have been able to pass that exam and graduate from the system, isn't it? I think there are choices that people make which generate more meaningful trade-offs. So let us study tomorrow. Let us make, if you can draw on a piece of paper a flow diagram which summarizes your way of perception. After perception of a problem, how do you analyze it? Whatever way you do that. Just make your own mental map of how your flow chart works. Can you do that, all of you? We will discuss tomorrow these mental maps of the way we reduce a perception, we perceive something. Whether that perception is a problem, we have not yet made up our mind, isn't it? So what makes that perceived phenomena into a problem? Please define that. I don't know. For different people, different things. And what happens after we define that as a problem? just step by in a diagrammatic manner, maybe something happens in parallel, something happens in sequence. If we can make this mental map, and then tomorrow we'll see whether there are some maps, some steps which are probably more instructive than others. And if so, we have made a discovery. Then we have found a way of converting feeling into knowledge, knowledge into action. So the title of the course should have been Feeling, Knowing and Doing. But I told you the other day, as a man, you put it knowing, feeling and doing. If I were a woman, I would do it feeling, knowing and doing. But question is, sometimes people do first. Like me, I'm a very impulsive person. Many times I do things without thinking. And when I do first, then I feel what I have done, and then I try to see what I should be doing now. This has also happens to me many times. I'm a very, very impulsive person. So we can possibly figure out different sequence of the three words through the mental maps that we have. Thank you.